Do you ever look in the mirror and feel like the man staring back at you is fading? I am not talking about wrinkles or gray hair. I am talking about that internal spark, that physical vitality, and yes, that firmness and reliability you used to take for granted. You might think, well, I am just getting older. You might think this decline is inevitable. But what if I told you that the primary reason you feel old has nothing to do with the date on your birth certificate? The real issue is a silent crisis happening inside your veins right now. It is a crisis of flow. When you were 20, your blood vessels were like wide, flexible superhighways. Oxygen, nutrients, and hormones rushed to every corner of your body, instantly to your brain, your heart, and crucially, to your reproductive system. But after the age of 50, for most men, those superhighways turn into narrow, stiff country roads. The traffic stops moving. The delivery system fails. Today, I am not going to give you a generic health tip. I am going to give you a specific chemical solution. I am going to share a triple booster drink protocol, a precise combination of 3 natural ingredients that, when mixed together, can increase your blood flow by up to 200%. This is not magic. It is biology. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make it, when to drink it, and the 3 mistakes that will ruin its effect if you are not careful. Welcome back. I'm Suzan, your wellness guide. To understand why this drink is so powerful, we first need to talk about the molecule of life. It is called nitric oxide. If you have ever watered a garden with a hose, you know that if you step on the hose, the water stops. If you take your foot off, the pressure returns. In your body, nitric oxide is the foot. When you have enough of it, it tells the muscles around your arteries to relax. The hose opens up. The pressure returns. The problem is that by the time you reach 50, your body produces only about half the nitric oxide it did when you were 20. This is why you feel tired. This is why your blood pressure creeps up. And this is why things don't work as well in the bedroom. Your body has literally forgotten how to open the hose. Most men try to force the issue with pharmaceuticals, but those are temporary fixes that come with side effects. Today, we are going to repair the factory so your body can do the work itself. Our protocol involves 3 phases: the ignition, the protection, and the fuel. Let's go deep into the first phase. Phase 1 is the ignition. The star of this phase is beetroot juice. You may have heard of beets, but you probably underestimate them. Beets are one of the few foods on Earth rich in inorganic nitrates. When you consume these nitrates, your body starts a chemical conversion process that turns them directly into nitric oxide. It is the fastest way to dilate your blood vessels naturally. Studies specifically on older adults have shown that drinking concentrated beet juice can lower blood pressure and increase stamina within hours. It essentially mimics the effect of exercise on your veins. But here is where most men get it wrong. They buy the wrong kind of beets, or they cook them to death. Heat destroys some of the potential. For this protocol, we need the raw power of the juice. You need about 240 milliliters, which is 1 standard cup. And there is a fascinating, slightly strange biological trick you need to know about beets. The conversion of these nitrates doesn't happen in your stomach. It starts in your mouth. There are specific bacteria living on your tongue that grab these nitrates and convert them into nitrites. If you swallow the juice too fast, you miss this step. So, my advice, take your time. Savor the earthy taste. Let it mix with your saliva. This leads me to a critical warning, something that can completely destroy the benefits of Phase 1. I will talk about the nitric oxide killers later in the video, but just know this. Your oral hygiene routine might be sabotaging your performance. Phase 2 is the protection. Imagine you have successfully created this surge of nitric oxide with the beets. That is great news. But there is a problem. Nitric oxide is an incredibly unstable molecule. It is like a spark, it flares up and then burns out very quickly. In an older body, we have higher levels of oxidative stress and free radicals. Think of these as rust. This internal rust attacks the nitric oxide molecule and destroys it before it can fully dilate your blood vessels. This is why you can't just drink beet juice and stop. You need a bodyguard. Enter the pomegranate. Pomegranate juice is not just a tasty fruit drink. It is a potent vascular scrubber. It is rich in specific antioxidants called punicle agents. These are incredibly powerful at neutralizing the free radicals that attack nitric oxide. By adding pomegranate to the mix, you are essentially building a shield around the nitric oxide you just created. This means the effect doesn't just last for 30 minutes, it extends for hours. It stabilizes the molecule. Furthermore, regular consumption of pomegranate has been linked to reducing arterial plaque. So, while you are taking it for immediate performance, it is quietly working in the background to clean out the pipes for long-term heart health. For our mix, we will use about 120 milliliters, or half a cup. Phase 3 is the fuel. So far, we have ignited the spark with beets, and we have protected the flame with pomegranate. Now, we need to add fuel to the fire so your body can keep producing its own nitric oxide long after the juice is digested. For this, we turn to watermelon. But not just the sweet red part. Watermelon is nature's richest source of an amino acid called L-citrulline. When you ingest citrulline, your kidneys convert it into another amino acid called L-arginine. And L-arginine is the raw material your endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels, uses to manufacture new nitric oxide. You might ask, Suzan, why not just take an arginine supplement? That is a great question. The answer is absorption. When you take pure arginine, much of it is destroyed by your liver before it ever reaches your bloodstream. But citrulline is a stealth agent. It bypasses the liver's filter, goes straight to the kidneys, and converts to arginine right where you need it. It is actually more effective at raising your arginine levels than arginine itself. Here is the secret regarding the watermelon. The highest concentration of citrulline is found in the white rind, the part between the red flesh and the green skin, the part you usually throw in the trash. When you make this drink, do not discard the white stuff. That is the gold mine. If you are juicing at home, throw the white rind in the juicer. If you are buying juice, look for cold pressed with rind if possible, or simply stick to a high-quality natural watermelon juice. We need about 180 milliliters here. Now, let's talk about the protocol and the mistakes. You have your ingredients: 240 milliliters of beetroot, 120 milliliters of pomegranate, and 180 milliliters of watermelon. You are going to mix these into one master cocktail. The synergy here is what matters. The beets start the flow. The pomegranate keeps it going. The watermelon refills the tank. But even with the perfect recipe, you can fail if you commit one of these 3 common mistakes. Mistake number 1, the temperature trap. I see men drinking this over ice, or straight out of a near-freezing fridge. Do not do this. Cold is a vasoconstrictor. It tightens your blood vessels. Why would you drink a vasodilator that is ice cold? It sends mixed signals to your body. Drink this at room temperature for the best absorption and immediate effect. Mistake number 2, the antiseptic nuke. I mentioned this earlier, but I need to be crystal clear. Do not use antibacterial mouthwash on the days you use this protocol. Mouthwash does not distinguish between bad bacteria and the good bacteria needed to convert the nitrates in the beets. If you gargle with strong antiseptic, you are literally washing the potential benefits down the drain. Use salt water or natural toothpaste instead. Mistake number 3, the stomach acid block. Many men over 50 take antacids for heartburn. However, you need stomach acid to properly absorb the nutrients from the pomegranate and the watermelon. If you neutralize your stomach acid right before drinking this, you reduce its potency. Try to avoid antacids for a few hours around this protocol. So, when should you take it? For general health and longevity, drinking this daily in the morning is fantastic. It wakes up your brain and sets your blood pressure for the day. But if you are looking for performance, if you have a specific evening planned and you want to be at your physical peak, timing is key. You want to drink this triple booster about 60 to 90 minutes before the activity. That gives your body enough time to process the nitrates, protect the molecule, and start the citrulline conversion. You will feel a difference. You might feel a slight warmth, a sense of alertness, and a physical responsiveness that you haven't felt in years. A final thought. This drink is powerful, but it is part of a bigger picture. Your blood flow is the river of life. If you pollute that river with high sugar, constant stress, and a sedentary lifestyle, even the best drink can only do so much. Think of this drink as the jumpstart. It shows you what is possible. It reminds your body what it feels like to function at 100%. Use that energy to move more, to eat better, and to reclaim the vitality that is rightfully yours. Aging is mandatory. Falling apart is optional. I want you to try this triple blend this week, and I want you to pay attention to how you feel, not just physically, but mentally. If you found this deep dive helpful, I have created another guide, specifically on the 5 foods that are secretly clogging your arteries. It pairs perfectly with today's topic. Because while we are boosting flow, we also want to remove the blockages. I will see you in that next video.